What up, everybody? It's the Speech Guy, Tony S-R-A-S-A-R, and you know I'm with my main man,
ELIJVH.
Oh, baby, how you been?
Man, I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? Full transparency. People leaving cords outside, so I'm letting my frustration come down.
I saw the buildup.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And
it's expensive equipment.
I was like, whoa, I got to do something to release the tension because there's a build.
I'm okay. We have a great guest, so, I'll be good. I'll be good. How was your week?
Week was pretty cool, my G. Can't even lie. We also, we had that awesome party here at the Noise Lab. Shout out to Mushroom Party. You know, I enjoy those rock and roll vibes, the jazz, the electronic, the boop, 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 boop.
How was the show yesterday? Still My Beats?
Oh, Still My Beats show. Shout out to Still My Beats, Daylight, and everyone for letting us come through. We ran into a bit of a hassle.
What's the hassle?
All right, so 5 people go into a car. They arrive at a venue. How many of those people have a license or ID or any type of verification? Now, we said 5 people went into this establishment. How many?
I'm going to guess only 4 of them. Or 4 of them didn't have it. Or all 5 didn't have it?
No, if all 5 did have it, someone should have kicked their ass. But no, it was 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5.
Usually how that works.
It was weak. I lost my wallet. He just had his birthday. So like it was just a bunch of factors to it. But, I gave the security guard some shit, and then he got a little bit mad. But that was okay because, you know what? We ended up kicking it in there, chilling the whole night. I got to see Greg Newman. Shout out to Greg Newman for that. Got to see True. So it was a great event, great atmosphere.
Are you dealing with the after effects right now?
You could tell, huh? Shit. But we gonna punch it, baby, because that ain't about that.
It's not about us, yo.
It's about who we got in the Noise Lab.
Man, this guy right here, I just saw his music video about a week ago. A feel-good music video.
I know what definitely brings.
It's one of those things you can't help but smile and feel good too.
And you gonna clap your hands like not regular clap, but like one of the mama claps. It's like you rocking the hips with it. Like yeah, this makes my day. Whoa. But without further ado, I'll let him introduce himself. Tell the people what your name is.
What's up, y'all? Name's Elijah. Elijah with a V. I'm out here from the Murda M side, just kicking it, I'm a 25-year-old singer, rapper, producer. Been out here for a minute in the culture, I'm just happy to be here, I'm happy to be here.
Hey man, welcome to the platform. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to Noise Lab, welcome to All Black, and off the rip, you look like you're 16. With your he said 25 years old. I was like, no, you ain't. Yeah. Go get your big brother out here so he can tell on you.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah, man. Shit. No. I feel, I don't know. Maybe it's the food I don't know.
The life you're living,
Yeah.
What I mean?
I'm on a what do you call paleo? I just started recently.
Oh, paleo diet?
Paleo diet. I just started that recently, so I'm like.
How's that going?
Pretty good. It just kind of sucks.
There's no bread, right? No bread.
Yeah, no bread.
Just all plants, right?
Yeah, I was thinking because my brother was telling me about like fish too. You could do fish, but I had to look more into it. I just started recently. So.
Okay, what sparked that transition? Or that change?
Just because in my family we got like history of people who my dad's from the South, so like we eat a lot of fried chicken and stuff like that, and we have a lot of like diabetics in the family, so I'm trying to like get
ahead of the curve. Right?
Yeah, I'm trying to like survive here. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't trying to fucking explode and whatnot.
Or you have a stroke.
Yeah, have a stroke.
Those don't ever look fun. It'll like,
I know.
Like you be doing something. And
yeah, that's
and you stuck with that face for the rest of your life. What if I don't like the face I make when I'm having a stroke?
Right?
There's no redo.
It's not that. Yeah, that ain't the way, man.
Nah. You gotta get stuck like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm shit.
My mom was right.
Yeah, man. I just lived up to that Kanye lyric. What was it? Made it past 25. I think it's off the College Dropout.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So you just trying to look good in a coat. Shirt
Yeah, there you go.
do.
Double-breasted, No, just kidding.
Yeah, so you from Moval, Motorval, you know what it is. But and you said your father's from the South, but it seems like you also have lineage somewhere else.
Yeah, my mom is from the Philippines.
Okay.
So, it's a crazy story how they even met. And
Hit us with it.
Well, it's kind of long. I'll just to sum it up. Basically, my mom came here. She came through my aunt who petitioned her, and, she was trying to live a better life. And she met my dad. I guess my dad at the time was, because he had retired from music, because he was working out in the music industry. He was a singer. So he was doing a lot of background work, and my grandma was too at the time. So he ended up working as an insurance agent for some company, I forgot, and it was like a fateful day where my aunt needed insurance for something. I can't remember what it was, and she was like, "Oh, and mind you, my aunt never saw my dad. This is the 80s.
Oh, shit.
So,
Okay.
she was like, "Oh, you sound handsome. Are you single?" Try to gas him up.
Shout out to the auntie.
Yeah.
Macking over the phone, 80s style.
Yeah.
Right?
She don't slide in the DMs, nigga.
Yeah, that was before
Kiss me through
Instagram.
the phone.
So,
Shout out to Soulja Boy.
Kiss me I know, right? It's like, Dad? But no, my aunt, just was gassing to my dad about my mom, and then she invited him to a barbecue, and then that's when they met, and then one thing led to another, and then I was born in 93. So, yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
That's some G shit.
Yeah, my dad, shit, it's crazy. It's a culture shock, because my dad's from Compton, and then our roots come from, like, Nebraska and Atlanta and stuff like that.
Oh, your mom got her a real one.
Yeah, my dad's from the hood. And my mom is from like the jungle and shit. So she's like lumpia lifestyle and whatnot.
Oh shit.
So it's just funny, cultures collide. That kind of influenced my own work too. So
when you're like, I don't know, I might be wrong. I'm gonna ask this just because I don't want to be ignorant about this anymore.
No.
But you said your mom stayed in the forest. Is that the part where they call Chamorro? No.
Oh, Chamorro. No.
That's not that.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's something else.
Could you break that down so
Yeah.
anyone else who might have a stupid question like that?
Well, okay, like if I remember correctly, I think Chamorro is like you're referring to like a place in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. There's a lot of. It's like with any country. My mom is from. There's 3 islands, and
Okay.
there's Luzon, which is like Manila, which everybody knows about. It's the capital.
Thriller Manila.
Thriller Manila. That's
Niggas got the ass whooped.
Fucking who was out there? Muhammad Ali.
Yeah,
Foreman. Yeah. So
scary Foreman.
Manila. Yeah.
Hey, well, Google what Foreman really looked like. They didn't do him justice in the Ali movie.
Oh,
Hey,
hell
y'all gotta
no.
check that out.
Foreman was huge.
Foreman looked like a pit bull off the leash. He was the first Tyson.
Hey, if you don't know, check out that shit on YouTube though. The fight.
Yeah.
The Thriller in Manila.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I've seen it a couple times, but for the people who haven't, go
Yeah.
check that out.
Check that shit out for real.
But jumping back, there was 3 islands.
Well, yeah. So there's 3 islands. There's Luzon. There's Visayas, and there's Mindanao. And my mom's from the Visayas, so that's over like in the kind of the middle of the country. Luzon, Manila's in the north, and then there's Mindanao, which is the south. And you have a lot of like people from like the Middle East who go to Mindanao. Luzon is like a mix of like Spaniard people, and then Luzon is like a lot like Chinese and Japanese. But crazy thing though, you see a lot of niggas in Visayas. It's crazy. I am so confused by that because I'm like even my uncle, like I don't know how, because my mom, they're full-blooded relatives. My uncle looks black, like he looks like a brother. So it confuses me. Even my dad's like, when he went out there, he's like, "Damn, Tootie," because that's his name. Like, damn, man, because how like the older black folk talk. Yeah, man, you look like you black. And like it's crazy, because because we have like curly hair. So I don't know, man. It's tight. But for what you're talking about, my mom is from Bohol, which is like in the
different type of indigenous people within Versailles.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, very cool culture. So, yeah.
You're pretty big over there in the Philippines, huh?
I wasn't gonna say anything.
You saw the Instagram post?
Yeah.
I seen a couple things. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I seen a couple things. I seen some kids shouting out
ELIJVH.
yeah, exactly. I seen that a bunch of kids lined up. Or it wasn't all kids, but a bunch of people lined up saying shout out to ELIJVH from America.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's cool, man. I mean, when I went there in June last year, I guess it was just, you know, people from that area, they don't normally see people from, like, you know, California, let alone, like, because there is a lot of tourists there, but not necessarily you see any musicians come out there. So for them, it's a big deal. And basically, my assistant was with me out there, and she, like, you know, really just kind of, because she speaks the language, she was, like, delegating and telling everyone, like, oh, you know, this guy is an artist, and then word spread, and then she knew a guy who was running a radio station. Shout out to Kiss FM Bohol. Yeah, they're tight. They're kind of like the, I guess you could say, like, the Power 106 of, like,
No, they're 92.3.
92.3. The 92.3 of the Philippines. So it's tight. Like, I went there on the radio station, and, like, they were just playing my shit, and then it just kind of blew up. So it's cool. I mean, I, you know, it's funny. It's like, I feel like I look at it as, like, it's kind of weird to see, like, billboards of yourself. You know what I mean? And, like,
Hey, get used to it, man. That's the life you're looking for, right?
Right? It's cool. I just, you know, man, I'm the kind of guy, man. I like to feel like I'm one with the people. You know, I don't really let that fame shit get to my head, man. I love people. So it's cool though. I'm really stoked, and I just hope that the more that my team and I we branch out, and even here in America, you know, I just hope that, like, we're just spreading good energy, good vibes, and good music. You know, that's what I'm here for, man. That's all I do is for. So
No, you definitely carry yourself as someone who is positive and has I don't know. I feel as if something bad was to happen to you, you rather look at the solution instead of the problem.
optimistic,
and, you know, very optimistic. So hey, kudos to that. But
yes,
to
sir.
hop back one more time. So, wow. It sounds like you got like 2 decades of musicians in your family. You said your dad and your grandma?
It goes farther than that.
It goes even farther? How far?
My great uncle, he was part of the Ink Spots. We come from a lot of black music, so
Drop some deets.
Yeah, you know, you can actually look up, if y'all are ever curious, you can look up my family's group. They were the Carousels on YouTube.
Okay.
So they were singing like doo-wop, you know. So doing that.
Shit.
You know, my grandma was like, she was working as like a session musician. My great uncle worked with B.B. King. You can look him up too, Lloyd Glenn. He was a jazz pianist.
Okay.
Wow.
So I really come from.
Yeah, no, it seemed like you was like, yeah, my dad was the backup singer and my mom was on tour.
Yeah, man.
My uncle's Quincy Jones.
Yeah. Well, actually, no,
The
man,
third
really.
one, not the second one.
My doppelganger's Childish Gambino.
Man, I got a funny story about that too, actually. Funny story about Don
What's
Glover.
that?
Hit us with it.
So, okay, so I guess in 2014, he performed, Don Glover and his band and everything, they were performing in UCR, University of Riverside.
2014.
2014, 2015, something
Okay.
like that. And at that time, I was growing my hair out. I had like a little fro. And I shit you not, and all my friends can account for this before anybody tries to clown me for this shit. I'm going to keep it real. I used to wear thin white T-shirts every day. Not because of Don Glover. I was doing that just because I was too lazy to dress up. And he was doing that shit too. Swear on everything. I was not biting this fool at all. I was growing my hair out. And I went to this Thai food restaurant, right? Because there was word that his band was there.
Yeah.
And I was wearing, you know, messy pants. I just didn't give a fuck at the time.
Yeah.
So I was going in there. And the funny thing was, when I walked in there, someone said, "Oh my God, it's Childish Gambino!"
Wow.
And I first, like, I turned around because I'm like, really? So I turned around. And then she's like, you know, she's like, "Oh, never mind." I was like, damn, shit, you know, whatever, you know, shit. Man, I'm about to, you know, 2005 your ass, right? No,
To my face.
But it's cool, man. I mean, shit. Like I think it's funny.
Yeah.
You know, I laugh
And
at
you
myself all
and
the
you
time.
shower, I'm sure, at that time.
Well,
Because
barely.
there was Donald Glover wasn't showering, so
I'm
you
just
didn't
kidding, yeah.
fully embrace the whole Childish Gambino look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. It's weird, man. I never really, and I'll tell him this. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like I never really liked his music until because of the internet. Because
Oh,
That's
before
when
that-
That's when he finally got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
he figured
Yeah.
it out. Cause
Yeah.
Camp, I could not stand it. It was so corny.
It was
Like,
corny.
you know,
I seen him
felt
perform
comfortable.
Camp.
Yeah.
And it was horrible.
You saw
Oh
him
damn,
live?
it was that bad.
Yeah.
Really? What?
I
what
saw
is
him.
this?
I saw him. Oh shit! I saw him before Chance the Rapper was even Chance the Rapper. You didn't know who that nigga was, but he rocked. He
Yeah.
was the opener, and he fucked that shit up. And the
Yeah.
only reason I remember it was Chance the Rapper because the
Mhm.
one song I remembered from there was Cocoa Butter Kisses.
Yeah, that's
Oh
the shit.
man,
He sung
that's
that
a
shit.
good song.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
originally sung that shit opening up for Childish Gambino, and I'm telling you, he had the whole crowd fucking singing that shit,
Mm-hmm.
like the whole
Great song.
crowd.
Yeah.
But
That's
nah,
good
yeah,
time.
I saw him doing the whole camp shit, and
Mhm.
yeah, he wasn't a well-rounded MC or deep artist at
Yeah.
that time. But I think if anything, Childish, but I think,
Yeah, no.
it was
Yeah.
bad. But Freaks and Geeks, yeah, okay, C minus, but
Yeah,
okay, whatever.
That's
but
blaming.
but I think Donald Glover's career, or Childish Gambino's music career, truly represents how you can evolve as long as you have will,
Mm-hmm.
That's
and
true.
how if you push for it, you'll finally get it.
Yeah.
Because of the internet, yeah, fucking solid.
Yeah.
When he did that 3005 single, I was like,
Oh yeah, 2005.
That was a
fuck
shock.
is
Right by
this?
your side to
Yeah.
2005.
Hold up. Yeah.
Hold
That
up.
was that was yo, that shit that was shocking cuz like at the time I remember my dog Sean Baker, he used to DJ for me, and he was telling me, he's like, yo man, Donald Glover, you really got to give him a chance, cuz I was
Yeah.
at the time, me and my homies were talking about how like we talk about some hip hop projects, and I was like, man, that fucking Camp album, it's just so whack. I hate how people keep comparing me to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and fucking, I guess, you know, he was like, yo, you know, he's got a new album coming out. And I was like, I don't want to hear that shit, man.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yo, it's hard.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, my friend Sean, he's from the hood. Like,
Mhm.
this
Yeah.
dude, he's a big Jamaican dude.
Mhm.
Okay.
Don't play that
He
shit.
he don't play it. He loves his like street music.
Yeah, yeah.
So for him to be like, this shit's hard,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'll take it serious. So he's like, I was like, impress me, send me something.
Yeah.
He sends me the Yafet Kodo freestyle, if you remember that. He's like
Yeah.
rapping over like a soul sample,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like underwater and shit.
Yep, definitely remember that one.
And like I was like, huh? Like Draggy, like DJ Academics, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, what the fuck? So I'm like doing my research, and I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck?
Mhm.
Huh? Like I
Mhm.
was so confused. And then he just drops 3005, and I'm double shocked.
Yeah.
Then the video drops, and I'm like quadruple
Yeah.
shocked.
The video was clean.
That was fucking
That
crazy
was
with the
funny.
Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
Mhm.
the
So
lights.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, at that time, and I can understand why people were making comparisons to us because,
Mhm.
you know, I could tell that Donald was influenced by Imani, Imani from the Far Side, you know,
Mm.
and I was listening to a lot of like the Far Side too, but I was really influenced by Slim Kid,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Oh,
with that
shit.
kind of like deeper
Yeah,
delivery,
yeah, yeah.
kind of like that, yeah, like singing.
Mhm.
So I can see why people kind of relate to like, oh, we're kind of similar.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I really do admire Donald's work now. I'm very
Yeah.
very well in and I really admire.
Yeah, he's
overall.
he's can't be
You
touched
guys-
right now.
Yeah.
He's
yeah,
hip hop royalty right now. He's
Yeah, he
working his
kinda-
way up there for
and he's
sure.
getting it.
Yeah.
Like, This Is America was like mind blowing when it
Mhm.
dropped.
It
How did you
was.
guys feel when you saw the video?
No, well,
I was
That was
it was cool
crazy.
until he shot at the choir. Then I was like, oh
Yeah.
no, childish.
I feel like it should have been someone else. Yeah, I felt the same way, bro.
I was like, please make that
Yeah.
somebody else. But other
I
than that,
felt
that
the
video
same.
was pretty. I had to watch it like 3 times when it initially came out to catch everything. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah,
I dug the video, but the song was subpar.
yeah,
Yeah, I can't listen to the song.
yeah.
by itself.
Like,
I don't blame you,
respects,
yeah.
much respects to the video, not to the messaging. Yes,
Yeah,
but
Song is subpar.
don't catch me slipping playing that shit at my house.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. You know?
I'll play it when it's on the screen though. Like, oh,
Yeah.
the video's on.
somebody
Yeah.
played that at a bar in downtown Pomona. Like it was like a somebody tried to play that at the club or like
What's
it was a
the name they
dancing
trying to
thing.
make?
Yeah, I don't
It's not
know.
a
It was
club
like
song,
don't catch you
Ever.
slipping up, and everybody was just
Yeah.
like They know how to dance to it.
Yeah, I was at the bar in Redlands around that time, and someone tried to play it. That was weird. Yeah, I'm like, what do you want me to do? Be like socio-political and fucking turn up? Like, I'm here to look at like talk to some females. I ain't like
just start
you
pointing.
Know what? Did you know people got a church got bombed and last year?
Just start pointing to people. This is America. Don't catch them
I
slipping.
I know.
People, this is America.
I'm like, is my third eye open or is like, is my beer tab open? But yeah, man. So besides that, because I just really came up off of Kanye's sound, man. I grew up college dropout.
No, as you should. That was a crucial moment in hip hop history. Mm-hmm. That was the beginning of the death of gangster rap.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. That was like 50 Cent.
Shout out J.O. Felony.
You said when was it death for that? When was it death?
It was when Kanye West dropped College Dropout and he introduced that new wave and sound of instrumentation to hip hop. It was the beginning of the death of gangster rap into it. Because you got to think. Before that, prior to that, everything was hard as fuck. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why those beef videos, like beef, went from a DVD series. Really, it didn't even go from that. It went from one interview of 50 Cent talking shit about Ja Rule, and it ended up becoming this whole like DVD series, and because it was all about being hardcore, rugged. Jay-Z had the bling bling era, and and that was fresh. And 50 Cent at the same time brought in that G-Unit. G-Unit.
Are we forgetting about Common though?
Common, no, but I have never forgotten about Common in the Ruckus era. But to be,
it just wasn't as big.
They
wasn't as big. No.
Yeah. What we call boom bap rhymers now we're backpack rhymers. Then and back then, being a backpack rhymer wasn't really cool because it wasn't the image until Kanye
flipped that up.
Pink polo backpack.
Yeah.
He had niggas in Pomona. Wearing pink polo and backpack and throwing up. I can't say what they were throwing. I don't tell. No snitching.
No
that's
snitching.
real. That's real.
Tekashi.
It was that. Yeah. So
no snitching. Tekashi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them way. Their way. I had to run it that way.
Yeah.
It wasn't Trey way.
Well, how do you guys feel about Outkast? Would you feel like they were kind of like backpack rapping?
No, backpack. No, they weren't. I would say Outkast was how we got something like a Lupe Fiasco. When that came, because also during the rise of Kanye was the rise of Lupe, and that created another subgenre of hip hop that I feel got missed a little bit. Yeah, and I like Pharrell, but Skateboard P stole from what was being developed from that era and commercialized it like a motherfucker. But people missed like a whole way. Like there was the cool kids in the hall. You feel me? Like there was a whole wave of those. I don't even know what to put Lupe in at the time he came out. That shit was just fresh. But it was definitely like a sub sound that was co-signed with Kanye West's sound. And for you to say that you came from that era, hey, I see why your music fills with a certain vibe and extends through a reach, because
especially with the pink bowling shirt.
Yeah,
that was I'm not pretty fresh. That was pretty fresh.
That shit was
fresh. I was trying to thank you. I was just trying to keep it real because the concept of the album was joy. You know? So it was like all my projects are very theme oriented. So like the one before Nightfall was more like nihilism and existentialism, being like lost. There's a lot of thematic themes behind it, but yeah, man. I mean, you know what? I just keep it real every time. I mean, you know what? If I divulge a little bit of like, kind of like where my roots come from, my brother, he was I don't want to tell, but he's part of a gang, and
good job.
We had a lot of.
He raised you right.
Yeah,
right.
He's part of a gang. Yeah, right. But he's part of a gang. He was banging. A lot of my cousins were on my dad's side, so I remember my brother told me as a kid, and I referenced it on my song Sunset Boulevard, where I had a talk with my brother on the phone when he was gonna get locked up, and he told me, I'm the last hope for my dad's side, for the new generation, and he wanted me to personify a different image for our family, because we were known like like my family goes so far back that from what I was told, they were beefing with like people that knew like Whack 100 and all them. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to personify that shit. And I, man, like, you know, I just keep it real. You know, I don't fake nothing. There ain't no fucking gimmicks.
You wasn't with it back then.
Yeah, you ain't gonna see me with no fucking tattoo, doing some stupid ass shit.
But you can make a phone call.
Yeah, I know.
But you can make a phone call.
Yeah, I can make a phone call
real quick.
You know,
Put that
real
out
quick.
there. You gotta let people know I can make a phone call.
Yeah, I can make a phone call.
You can actually text 911 as well. So, bitch, fuck with these thumbs.
Yeah, man. But, you know, it's like, I just keep it real, man. I really just, I'm here for the music. I'm not here for the bullshit. I'm here to work with people and just make good records, man. You know, that's all it's all about. And I really didn't want to follow in the path of, like, what my brothers did. And, you know, my cousins. But, yeah, man, it's, you know, my dad, they're pretty tough, man. They're scary dudes. That's why I was like.
He was a Compton salesman.
Yeah.
Wink.
Yeah, you know, my dad, they all, man.
Real quick, girl, before we get in the game, I just want to ask something real quick.
Yeah.
So, what is the weight of that like for you?
The weight of, like, my
Being
family.
the only hope for your dad's side. What's that burden like?
It's hard.
Shoulders are heavy.
Yeah, shoulders are heavy, and also too, you know, I feel like you know, as I'm getting older and time's flying by, I'm just, you know, I'm really dedicated to this. And I feel like, you know, I just don't want to let myself down, my team down, my fans, and most importantly, you know, for me, my grandmother, because, you know, before she died, I said I was gonna change the world, and it's through music, you know. So I promised her that, and so I just, you know, I just kept pushing it. You know, kept pushing, never gave up. And now we're, like 3 projects in, and I'm still going.
As you should.
Yeah, man. And I just want to create my own lane in this shit. You know, I was always like this. I was like, man, like, I told my dad, I was like, that's why it's taking a while because, you know, I was never really good at competitions. So I just wanted to make my own lane, you know, and let people the people decide if they fuck with it or not. But I do everything I can to really make sure they really fuck with that shit, because, you know, I'm here trying to make hits. You know what I mean? And,
definitely.
And timeless pieces of music, like shit that's gonna stay.
And I'm sure it's beneficial when you have family members who have been in this industry. They understand, like, what it takes and what you have to do, and it's a process and it's a journey, and you know.
Yeah, they get it. And, you know, at first my parents didn't fully understand it until they witnessed, like, you know, like stuff like on my song Overdrive, like I made a lot of that shit out of like calculator synthesizers. Those weren't even done with like presets.
Shit.
That was all just straight up like I was like developing like sounds from scratch to make that.
Damn.
You know. Yeah.
That's hey, kudos to you. Like you just dropping gems right now. Like as far as people who are artists.
Yeah.
Creating their own music, you know what I mean? Because you guys have to wait for producers and shit like that, but you don't have to if you create your own. Especially in 2019.
Yeah, well, I came from a background production anyways, you know, being from, like, being inspired by Kanye, you know, DJ, Jay Dilla, Large Professor. Like, I was, you know, I really came up from that type of stuff, you know, Just Blaze, in 40. So, and even Ludwig right now with Donald Glover. So, you know, and Quincy Jones. I felt like I wanted to, you know, really capture that feeling that people were missing in music. So, you know, with the production and shit like that, you know, I came from the background. I did stuff for Stevie Crooks. I was sending stuff to, like, major artists at the time, you know. And actually, one of the joints, I know Crooks, shout out to Crooks, he used, it was on Born on Olympus. So he had that project. I don't know if you guys knew that one. It was Aries the Anger. That was the one. And the funny thing is, that beat was from the time when, like, I even tried to send some shit during, like, the Yeezus era for Kanye. I was trying to send him some dark shit. And, like, on that beat, it was kind of like a reworked version of something I was trying to send to Kanye. So on that beat, like, there was like a that I was doing, and I would record it through my iPhone, and it gave this creepy, bad quality vibe. And that's like how I think. I'm always thinking of every aspect of a song. That's why, like, for me, man, like, you know, I always see myself as kind of like a sponge. I'm always thinking of everything on a song. I don't just think of the lyrics. I think of the lyrics in terms of what's being said, but I'm always thinking of delivery, even the snares, the the sounds,
Mm-hmm.
and it could be anything. I mean, shit, I've sampled birds. I've sampled like from outside my window. I've sampled like,
That's tight.
like my mom who's a nurse. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've sampled like a lady who's one of her patients who was like humming,
Mm-hmm.
and I would sample that, repurpose it, and turn it into a synthesizer. Like I'm always I don't know, man. And then my dad figured it out. He said. He said, "Son, I think you might be a musical genius." Because he's like, "How are you coming up with this shit?" And I'm like, I don't know. I just feeling.
Yeah.
You know, because that's what really matters. And again, man, you know, I just want to quote the great Jay-Z on that New York Times interview, if you remember that.
Which one?
The recent one, the one that he.
Yeah. What quote are you talking about?
He said, you know, I play forever.
Oh, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it should be about.
Yeah.
You know, I play forever. I'm here to stay a while. You know, and I'm not here to step on people, or you know, I just want to be like you know, I hear a lot of guys like, man, I want to be like Drake and shit like that. I'm like, fuck that, man. Like, be yourself.
Yeah.
Be you. You know, I would love to have that talk with Drizzy one day, and I'm like, yo, like, you know, you became a legend in your own right.
Def.
I want to be a legend in my own right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm going on a tangent.
No, you're good. You're good.
I always do this. I'm sorry.
You dropping gems, and people need to pick those gems up.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
go back and rewind.
Yes, read books.
But we're going to go
Everyone listen.
ahead and chop right here because I think Earl Fierce got something for us.
Okay.
So we went to the first game
Okay.
called Behind the Post.
Behind the Post.
So I scour our guests' social media, and I ask for context behind certain posts.
Okay.
And you were just actually talking a little bit about this, but you posted this August 17th, 2018 on your Instagram.
Okay.
It was happy birthday to the OG, talking about your dad.
Yeah.
Thanks for helping me produce a great album. You killed it. So I have two questions to this post.
Okay.
One, how was that experience working with your dad on the album and him producing the album? How was that?
Amazing.
Amazing?
It felt like a full circle, you know, 'cause
Right?
watching him make music,
Uh-huh.
and then now he's contributing his guitar, harmonies. He helped a lot. You know, this album has a lot of soul to it. So,
Yeah,
you know, he really added that black soul that I wanted, you know, because
I feel it.
I'm still a student, man. I'm still learning.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, and he knows that the goal is always to, where can hip hop go? Where can you take it?
Yeah.
Can you add
Yeah.
weird percussion on it? Can you digitize soul music? Can you make it feel like it still has feeling to it? You know, what can you do to it? What's being said? So my dad really taught me a lot. He gave me game on that, and I really thank him for that, you know. So
sure.
it's like a memory. I'm a sentimental guy, man. I'm emotional. I'm sentimental.
Hey,
You're an
know what I'm
artist.
saying?
If you're,
You
you know
raw,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah, keep it real, man.
Raw.
Only gangster rappers get away with not being sentimental as an artist.
I leave that to my brother, man, you know. Shout out to Danny. I love you, man. I love you, bro.
All right, the second question I have behind this. Are you a warrior? What team is that you're wearing right there?
Oh.
What team is that?
That's the Charlotte.
That's a Hornet.
So
Hornets,
are you
yeah.
a Hornets
Larry
fan?
No, I was just wearing
the
Was that
for the
Larry?
style,
We played
for the
basketball.
style. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So you got a little hoop.
Yeah, we were hooping a little bit that day. That was actually a older picture. Because at the time, my dad was, I think he was in Panama. Yeah, he was out.
Oh,
He's
okay.
retired, so.
Okay. Oh yeah, it was birthday shout out. So you're just shout out.
Yeah, I
the
was
birthday.
shouting him out. You know,
Okay,
my
makes
old man.
sense.
I love that guy.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I will fuck you up in basketball as well.
Oh, yeah.
You
See,
probably
I knew
will,
that. I knew that was coming. I
I'm
knew
not
that was
gonna,
coming.
man.
I knew that was coming.
If my homies hear this shit, they'll be laughing because they know, man. I play like a 4-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Like if I play with you guys, man, I can't shoot. Yeah, it's all good.
You play for the exercise. For the
It's fun.
cardiovascular work.
Yeah, I'm so like fuck it. I don't know, man. Like if I lose, I just laugh. Like I don't care. I just really don't give a shit. Whatever.
All right. So the next post.
Yeah.
For behind the post, you put this on Twitter.
Okay.
January 5th, 2019, a couple weeks ago.
Oh shit.
This year, I'm coming back with more bite than bark.
Mm-hmm.
Can you elaborate a little bit more on what you mean by that? I mean, I can guess you mean you're gonna let your actions speak more than the words.
Yeah.
But is it because you were feeling like people were thinking you were talking too much, or you felt like you were doing a lot of lip service and wasn't backing it up, or why what made you tweet that?
I think it was just because I felt like at that time I was being counted out. No matter how hard I was working, I felt like, you know, it just wasn't enough. So I felt like this year I just wanted to start being more about dropping higher quality stuff because I just, you know, it was just frustrating because I feel like, yeah, I talk a lot, but even then, you know, I wasn't talking to a lot where it was like I was just talking foul, like just talking ridiculous. I just, you know, I was just proud of where I was coming from and speaking from my heart. And you know how certain people, they take confidence and they think it's like arrogance and shit like that.
Yeah.
But, you know, I just came from a place of just trying to focus on really making an impact on people. And a lot of people, you know, like my ex's friends, man, a lot of people have really counted me out and said, "Oh man, you know, this shit ain't gonna work." And time after time, I always said I was really gonna prove them wrong. I remember when I had my video Overdrive, and I'll never forget. I was dating this girl, and her friend had heard Overdrive and said, "What kind of video could you do to this? Because I can't imagine da 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 da." And when she said that to me, I was like, "Man, I'm gonna really prove her wrong. I'm gonna drop some shit that's dope." So I really worked hard on making a script, and I did the placement of everybody on that video, like the outfit. I was thinking of everything, and I really want to make something high quality. And it was like the stars aligned with that one because the budget on that was $100. You know? And people usually think it was like $5,000, $10,000. No, just I got very lucky with knowing the right people. But that's yeah, finesse it, man.
Grifting.
That's why I'm just like, man, you know, I really want to come harder this year. You know, I really want to show people that like I'm really about this shit. Like I got records to really drop. You know, with a message to it, with a meaning. You know?
Yeah, you don't seem like somebody who's gonna drop music that doesn't have any type of meaning, underlining meaning, any type of concept to it.
Yeah.
You seem like a conceptual artist, somebody who's gonna bring forth a message in the music that you put together. So.
Yeah, and I try not to keep this shit pretentious at all. It's just more so like, you know, like this whole series of projects I'm dropping. This shit is all like based off of the human emotion. Like this next one is about frustration and understanding your place in this world, and that's like the next theme. And then I got a theme for the next one after that. You know, so it's all human emotion. You know, that's what I delve into, and that's. Essentially what I try to do with my projects. I love Future. I love what's out there in Atlanta and Houston.
It's fun.
It's fun, you know, and there's a place for it. You know, Kendrick had a good point about that when he mentioned that. But for me, you know, what I'm doing, my place was just to always give people a deeper understanding of themselves. And for, Black culture to see that, you know, there's so much greatness in our history and music, you know, reach back and pull it to the future. Don't just focus on the now. You can make amazing music with roots from Africa, sounds from Africa, from doing shit, which is what I did, you know, taking, African percussion, taking, like sounds from, because I mean, I my dad said this, and I think it had a lot of merit to it. He said that all music comes from Africa. You know,
100%.
You know what I mean? Like all styles. So I was like, I know that's probably going to piss some people off, but it's the truth. And I think that.
Except for country. Maybe country doesn't.
Well, my dad actually said that one of the first, I forgot the story. You guys can probably look it up. He said that the first person who opened up, I don't know if it was Apollo or something like that, was a black country singer. You know? And a lot of artists took that style. Because he was the one. With the singing like this, like that kind of stuff. Like he was really the first guy to do it. So I really want to show that, you know, with my sound. You know, I really want to make people go, "Oh, what the fuck?" Like they mix it with trap, trap percussion. They're like, "Okay, this is different. All right, yeah, this is hard." I'm with that. Yeah.
All right, so last one for Behind the Post.
Yeah.
You tweeted this like sometime last year, but I didn't say the date.
Okay.
But you said starring in 3 film projects this year.
Oh.
Lots of scripts to read.
Yeah.
So I didn't know you was an actor, but it makes sense. And I had to ask you.
Yeah.
Atlanta has been delayed. You might have to go take his spot real quick, right?
Oh.
I'm just joking. Just joking, JK.
Well, actually.
What projects were you working on?
Actually, check it out. So here's the thing, right? That particular tweet was because at the time I was, because I came from a background in theater. I was in the drama club in high school, and I've always had a passion for acting too. But music was always my first thing. So the thing is, fast forward to like, in college, I was writing scripts and stuff like that. All my projects I put out, all my videos were written by me. Mm-hmm. I did like a little script and a storyboard and stuff like that because I went to school for that. And fast forward to now, that particular tweet was referring to a video I did recently. It was the Nintendo. It was like a skit. You can see it on YouTube under my homie. Shout out to Michael Tukes. Mm-hmm. He has a YouTube channel where we had like a skit, and it was like a Saturday Night Live type skit. Mm-hmm. I'm at the Nintendo headquarters, and I'm like doing my best Mario impression, and it fucking sucks. You know what I mean? Like it's so terrible. So it was like I was like, "It's a me, Mario." Like it's supposed to sound like shit, you know.
That's not bad though. It's better than I can do.
It's accurate. It's accurate, you know. But yeah,
me, Mario.
Yeah.
So it's me, the racist.
It's a me, fascist. Grab me stars, you know. So yeah, I was doing that, and it was just, you guys check it out. It's really stupid. So that, and then actually, I had a project I was working on. It was like way before Atlanta came out, where I'm actually working. We're still working on it. We're developing it right now. I wrote the pilot of it, and it's basically like a story of a kid who owns a music store. So I'm working with some guys on that, very talented people. And that's like a side project. It's called, and I can announce it here. It's whatever. Hey, it's called exclusively on All Black.
Oh, bam, bam, bam. Bunch of air horns being done right there after post production.
I got a project, a series. It's called Sugar Hill, and it's basically about a kid who lives in Ontario, and he's running his uncle's retired music shop. So with his cousin. Okay. So basically, I play the main character, and I'm with my best friend and my cousin, and then my coworker. We're still developing it. Basically, it's just like a kid in the Inland Empire who's running the music shop, and there's like more to it. It's like, how was the music shop funded? Who funded it, and why? And he's still trying to make ends meet because I mean, these motherfuckers are broke as fuck. You know what I mean?
Life.
Yeah, it's life, and it's
like we're in too. I mean, music shops are hard.
Yeah, and people are struggling, and so we're filming it, and we got so fortunate, man. So I was working on that. I had to memorize my script, and it's just a lot of work, man. And I'm doing this. And this is just for a reminder for all you fellow artists out there that are trying to make something of yourselves and listen to this podcast. You could do this shit with little money. Go check out my YouTube channel. Go check out what the homies are doing. You guys can do this too. You can do what I'm doing if you just
apply yourself
and just be dedicated to it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes,
I'm running it. If I could do a TV show with the budget of having to ask people, because I don't have money like that, and keeping it real, you could fucking do this too. And that's one thing, like, because people tell me all the time, they're like, man, I want to do a TV show. How can I can't afford it. You can. You can you can do it whatever the fuck you want. You just
got an iPhone with a camera.
Yeah.
And time.
And just keep
ideas.
at it. Yeah. Keep at it. Be consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, man. I came up rapping looking like Bruno Mars, okay? Like, if I could do it, y'all can fucking do it too, all right? Like, I don't want to hear no fucking excuse, okay? Because once I make it, y'all have no motherfucking excuse at that point. Y'all better fucking go for it, because you can go higher than me.
I feel that. Shit. So going to the future,
you're
currently working on a project right now?
Yes, sir. So I got a project working with JMKM. Shout out to Jordan. Shout out to Dom. I'm working on this. I'm working with working with them on this project called Majestic Sun.
Okay. So
Majestic Sun sounds nothing like these other songs I've been doing.
How so?
It's more because Nightfall was more like dark and moody. It had a cloudy sound, kind of like cloud rap inspired. A lot of Houston influence on it too. The next project, Where Light Meets, was more pop and funk. This is more like soul, gospel. We have a choir on it. You know what I mean? Like, nice. We got like choir singers on it, and it's more like, it's more intense. You really feel it, and it feels like one of the goals was, because I always see Donald as someone that, like, now I try to be on that level creatively. And that song Me and Your Mama, I wanted to top that shit. I wanted to like top it. I was like, I could do this shit. So I got my homies who play, instruments, and we really came together. It took about a year and a half, and we came up with a song, the opener. But anyways, yeah. So I'm working on a project. It's coming out later this year. We're gonna drop a single for it soon, and as an exclusive, actually, on you guys' podcast, more exclusives for all black. Video thing. So just for you guys, y'all gonna hear on this podcast a song that was scrapped from the project. So y'all about to get like an exclusive. It's called Candles in the Sun.
Okay.
My manager and I we're having trouble acquiring the rights of the sample of it, but it's still tight.
Is it the asshole producer?
Well,
who's doing it?
Yeah,
sounds like Marvin Gaye. It's probably Marvin Gaye's estate, huh? Is it Marvin Gaye's estate?
Right.
Michael Jackson's estate.
It's the team of the artists we sampled. I mean, they're kind of like I don't like to tell.
Just help my man's out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, man.
You make music for other people to be inspired.
Yeah.
Like, I'm tired of these people who are so fucking strap hold of their music and shit. When hip hop and R&B and all that shit it's all full of samples. That's what it's made for.
Yeah.
Like,
and low key, you'd already maxed out what your song was worth. By me,
drop that
remixing that shit.
Bow. Talk to the bar.
Damn.
I'm just saying.
Ouch! I felt that way. Well, I said really not like approve that.
No,
my man.
You feel me? All I'm saying,
hell yeah.
All I'm saying is, if you let younger artists remix the song even without your clearance, you're promoting your song.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand.
People are gonna hear the sample and be like, "Where the fuck was that come from?" Let me go.
Yeah.
Go. Oh, it's this one. And then now it's in your iTunes, and now you can make more plays.
Now you got some more streams.
Now you get some more streams and shit. You'll get more streams that way.
More press, more awareness.
Yeah, because I'm kind of hurt by that whole Marvin Gaye lawsuit on Robin Thicke and Pharrell. They made a great song
and it touched people in a great way, like music is supposed to.
And it's very obvious they got inspired by that song, and to basically take all the money they made from them.
They got inspired.
That was cold.
By that song.
That was cold. Yeah, that was cold.
It's cold, man. It's cold. It's not. I don't think that helps our culture or our music moving forward.
Yeah.
So going back to what you're dealing with, it doesn't help moving the culture forward by people who are just so tight with their own music. I get it, you created it, but you created it for other people to gain inspiration from.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? I think it's just, because my dad coming from that era and, talking to a lot of his friends who are musicians, I can understand where they're coming from. They feel like they've put so much time and effort 100%. into that music. They just feel like when you just they look at it as copy and paste. They don't understand the culture of hip hop. So to them, they're like, I don't get this. Why are you got to do that? You just make your own music. But yeah, it's the culture of it. That's just what we do.
Yeah.
And that's just something they just, I guess it really shows the difference in generations.
Yeah.
No, because that's fucked up. Whitney Houston took Dolly Parton's song and killed it, and no one remembers Dolly Parton's song.
Yeah. That's true.
That's a fact.
That is true. That is true.
What was the issue with that?
I don't know.
Because she took it line for line.
Yeah.
Same hook and everything.
Even that one Kanye song, it was at the end of Blood on the Leaves, I think. It was with that random rock sample at the end with Frank Ocean.
Yeah.
No, not that one. Not that one. It was Yeezus era. That band, which is from fucking Serbia, sued him, and I'm like, do you think anybody was looking for this fucking record?
Right?
What I mean? Okay, he probably got it from Amoeba. He probably found the record and just chopped it up, you know? But, I mean, it is what it is. That's happened. I actually, I sampled a long time ago. This is before I even, was even fucking doing any interviews or anything like that. And I sampled this Filipino band because they were it's called VS Company. And we looked into, my dad and I just looked into, the rights behind it, and they nicked it. They're like, no. And I wasn't even saying anything bad on it.
Yeah.
That's what was shocking. I'm like, y'all are so butthurt over a B-side song that I sampled. Wasn't even single. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? But it is what it is. I mean, you know what? I guess it's just certain. artists are just like that. Now, as for his estate, obviously keep it real. You guys have to get the real Eli right now. I feel like they just wanted to get a check.
That's all.
That's it.
That's all it is.
That's it.
That's all that was.
Yeah.
That was a check.
A check.
They want a check.
And I can understand it because we're in different eras, so money's different now than it was back in the day. Like I could understand why you see all this money out there that you possibly didn't get a chance to get.
Exactly.
But I think there's a different way of going about it. I think Pharrell and Robin Thicke would have paid them if they would have came to him and said, "Look, we could take you to court."
Yeah.
Or we can figure something out. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Drop a percentage. Let's do a remix, and then you add more Marvin Gaye samples or some shit or something else outside of just suing the dude outright and then taking the song off. Like, you can't hear the song no more.
That was whack. It's whack.
It's whack.
Shit. I mean,
niggas ain't happy no more.
Yo, I did you guys hear recently? Like Kanye just got sued for the fucking opener of Ultra Light Beam.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I'm just like, yo, man, like, oh my God, there's a fucking Instagram video. Like, jeez, like, people are so anal about this. Like, oh my gosh,
they want their money.
You know, but he got paid. That's
yeah. It's frustrating. It's frustrating, especially for people, creatives, because again, that's what creatives do. We find things and flip it and switch it around and things like that, and it's frustrating. It's definitely frustrating.
You be producing yourself too, like.
Actually, he does. He dropped an album that he self-produced and wrote.
Okay.
And
tell me about it. Tell me about it.
No.
It's called 30 for 30. It's called 30 for 30. It's on SoundCloud. It's a masterpiece.
I'm gonna check that shit out.
I'm gonna keep promoting that, Earl, because it's dope. Okay. It's a dope sound.
It's a novice piece.
It's a novice piece.
It's not a masterpiece yet.
It's a novice masterpiece.
Underrated, you know. But yeah, man, you know, so yeah, I got the new project. Man, whew, what a time coming, man. It took a long time to finish this. This one was definitely, I think when people hear it, they'll notice like this took a while.
Was it because of the creative process or the personal growth?
Both. Yeah, I think like for us, you know, one of our favorite records, our team's record, on the project was our single coming out soon. You know, I don't want to say the name yet, but it had like a bit of like, the percussion on it was very like, you know, tropical sounding. It had like a bit of like some, I guess you could say Philippine influence because I was out there a lot, you know, and I was listening to like a lot of their like cultural music, you know. So I got influenced by that, and you know, it's just a really good record. You know, it's got a balance. I felt like there was a little too much of a blissful joyness that people were experiencing on my last project. So now
too much blissfulness is not as authentic or real.
It's like eating that Jolly Rancher that's way too sweet. You know what I mean? Like that's why I was like, all right, I'm a dark a little bit, you know. And this time now, like we went for something that's a lot
purple
more
flavor, Jolly Rancher.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Put
like,
in some lemonade though.
There you go.
And a vodka.
There you go. See, and this time we hit you with something a little bit with that Guinness bitterness to it. It's a little more raw, you know. So it's cool, but it still got like that, like for the fans that are listening, it still got that Eli vibe you guys know about. But it just has like more of a it's just a different flavor, you know. So I'm really excited. Took a long time to put it together, but you know, promoting it and just you know, we're looking to do an independent tour. It's gonna be fun. I'm really excited to connect with people.
In Cali, or are you gonna try to go outside the states? Not outside the states, outside of this state.
Yeah, we're
out of Cali. Yeah.
We're
people do, you know, a lot of people do like the Cali tour, or they go to, you know,
it's so easy.
North California, Chico,
you know. Exactly, you know, which is good. It's understandable, you know, get around and perform in front of different people, but there's levels to it, so you know. Yeah, we're looking at, you know, Houston. We're looking at North Carolina, stuff like that. So we definitely want to do that. And obviously the Philippines. We're shooting for June on that. So we got our own show for that. So I'm really excited to do that, and yeah, I'm just really excited for what's coming. A lot of great music, a lot of great moments. The videos are gonna be amazing. We also got a short film that's gonna be dropping with the project. Okay. And this one, man, you're the second person in a row to say something like that.
Ooh,
which I was saying is that's the wave. That is the wave of, you know, that's the new thing, is not necessarily short film. I mean, short films, yeah, but just branching out, doing other content outside of the music.
Yeah.
So it all funnels back to the music.
Yeah.
You have to be multifaceted.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
It's we're excited because it's we we kind of finessed our way to do certain things, like when it came to like shooting at certain locations.
As you got it, yeah.
Yeah, we like I was using my acting skills because we already filmed there, so it's all good. I'm gonna say. So we went to this for one of the locations we filmed at a supermarket because I wrote in the script that I work at a supermarket, and it was like a kind of like a small one, and it was a college market, and my friend told me about it. So I went in there, and I made my voice higher, and I went to the guy and I said, "Excuse me, I'm a college student at University of Riverside, and I'm looking to film like a project." I was acting all meek, and he was like, "Oh yeah, son," because I knew he was gonna charge us. I could tell by the look on his face. He's an older dude. He looked like he was about his
money
business.
hungry and shit.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, you an artist? All right, that's $7,000, motherfucker." So I went in. I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I have a mentor. It's my friend Michael Tukes, and we're looking to film it." He's like, "Yeah, okay, when you need it." I was like, soon. I mean, I got to finish it by February. So he's like, "Yeah." So I was trying not to laugh the whole time. My homie's in the back laughing his ass off. And I he's like looking at me like, "Yeah, I'm just happy to help the students." I was like, "Yeah, I just want to get an A. I just want to get an A." Yeah, you know what I mean? And then we filmed it. And when we went to the day of filming, my manager and everyone was there. He's like, "Oh, you got a production." I was like, "Oh, I'm ambitious." Because he had lights and everything.
Yeah,
the boom mic, and he was like, "Oh, this is serious." I was like,
"Using your cell phone."
Yeah, no. I was like, "Oh, I'm just ambitious. I gotta get that A, And then fucking Michael was like, "Yeah, this will go good with the music," and I said, "Nigga, shut the fuck up," and he was like,
"This is a project for school."
Yeah, it's like, "This is a school project." He's like, "Yeah, because my friend Michael too, he has such a proper he's like a businessman. Yeah. He's like, "Oh yeah, gotta film this school project, come on, my pupil, So it was funny, man. We finessed the shit out of that, And,
as you should. You got to when you're an artist, man.
Yeah.
You get it by any means necessary.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody listening, you can do this shit too.
Actually, Robert Townsend did the same thing for the movie Hollywood Shuffle.
What do you do?
Oh, because he couldn't afford filming permits, he just went to UCLA's Lost and Found, grabbed a bunch of UCLA sweaters and gave them all to the whole production crew, and then said they were shooting his senior thesis film. That's facts. Robert Townsend did that shit.
That's some shit. I want to check that out.
Townsend.
I'm gonna listen to this podcast and then
come on the show, Robert Townsend.
Yeah, check out. Yeah, and Hollywood Shuffle was funny as fuck.
Yo,
if no one's ever seen it, check it out.
I gotta check this on YouTube.
It should be now, yeah. Okay. But it's an old school movie. It has Paul Mooney. It has Keenan Ivan Wayans. It's Keenan Ivan Wayans' very first film. Before I'm gonna get you, sucker. Before any of
the Low Down Dirty Shame.
Before, man,
which is one of my favorite.
He was dope.
I gotta see that.
He even got Pops in there, and you just see you'll recognize a lot of the black talent in there, and it's just one of those films that reflects on what it's like to be an actor going through a black actor going through Hollywood. Yeah, and that's what he did. Finesse the fuck out of Goodwill.
That's what you got to do.
I mean, you feel like
grifting.
That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. You got to finesse.
All right, so we're into the second game.
Oh,
the second game is Would You Rather, right?
Okay.
So I give you two options.
Okay.
You tell me who you'd rather make a song with and how the song be constructed.
Let's go.
These are all songs featuring you, or you're the song. These are all features.
With features on, okay.
Yeah. All right. So the first, Would You Rather?
Okay.
ELIJVH featuring Tory Lanez and Lenny Kravitz, or Donald Glover and Brian McKnight.
Ooh.
that.
Okay, so we all, the listeners, y'all here, we all know Tory Lanez, that's going to be a banger. That's a banger. That's going to be a banger, okay? Donald Glover, that's going to be some, singing, about global warming at this point, you know what I mean? All the bees in the world is melting.
Bleach your beard because it's good for the soul.
Oh, that was crazy. Yeah. Fuck, that's hard. Donald Glover, Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez and Lenny Kravitz, or Donald Glover and Brian McKnight.
Damn. I would probably say, damn, that's hard. I don't know. I feel like, Kid Cudi to Travis Scott is childish to me, so I guess you could say probably Donald Glover.
Okay.
But shout out to Tory, because I talked to him on Twitter before.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do a record, man. I got a lot of love for that guy.
Speaking to existence, Tory, come on the show.
Yes.
Come on the show,
Tory. Come to All Black,
come on the
man.
show. Come on the show,
Come to the show, brother.
You and the hairline. All the show.
Yes, sir. Come on, man. We
Your
need you here.
hairline's already here. It's been waiting.
Bro.
It's been waiting for you.
Tory, come through, man. It'll be tight, man. Shout out to Tory, man. I got a lot of
So
respect.
which one you picking?
I would say Don Glover.
Donald Glover
Yeah.
and Brian McKnight. So
Yeah, because
how's
Brian
that
McKnight too.
How's that song gonna be constructed? Who got the first verse? Is it gonna be an R&B song? Because
R&B.
Childish can sing.
Yeah.
Or y'all rapping and Brian McKnight on the hook? How's it going?
It'll probably be like some like fucking
Some neo soul.
neo soul. I don't know. Like it'd be like something that's just. I could imagine there's gonna be like a big hook.
Mm-hmm,
Because like I feel pretty proud of my skills in writing choruses, and I know like Donald could do that too, and Brian McKnight.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like that dude's a legend, R&B
Been
legend.
6 months, 8 days, 12 hours since you went away.
Oh man, shit. My dad's hearing this. He's all excited. No, but yeah, it would just be something R&B. It would be dope. I'm sure it'd just be like some forward-thinking R&B.
Okay.
So some neo soul, something different. I just feel like it'd be more interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
But Tory would just be Lenny Kravitz. Come on,
Tory
man,
and
that would be heater. Like,
And the sex appeal.
the sex appeal. Oh man, those guys are.
I just want to stand next to Lenny Kravitz. You know what I mean? I just want to
Absorb
stand there, absorb it.
the aura.
No,
Yeah,
I don't
aura.
think I have the amount of coolness to absorb that much amount. It will overload my coolness genes or whatever.
Man,
I
he's-
transform it to Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah,
Like, it
he's,
overrides my body structure.
Oh, that's what
Yeah,
you need.
man, he's.
He does need a younger body. He might just take over your body. That's
That's
what he's
it. I think that's the key.
This dude,
Little Kravitz
this
is
dude's
what?
like the Majin Buu or something.
Exactly.
Shit, Orochimaru or something.
But I would definitely like to just stand next to him, like, "Hey, Lenny, can you just introduce me to people?
Yo, that's,
Yeah, right?
yeah,
just say
man.
my name.
Legend.
Tell who I am."
All right, so the second option.
Okay.
Elijah featuring Usher
Ooh.
and 21 Savage.
Ooh.
Hey, I like
Elijah featuring Trey Songz and
Ooh.
Offset.
Damn. See, I'm just a fan of music, man. It's hard.
Damn, that's a good
That's a good
ass
one.
track with that Trey song. Offset.
I
I'm
know
on
Trey
with-
Songz and Offset.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Usher and
Offset's
21.
lyrical as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking Takeoff. Well, Offset's dope. I'm thinking Takeoff. Sorry.
I'm
so
gonna
sorry.
agree with it just
Yo.
because I was like,
Yo.
I might not be hearing what you hearing.
Yo, Offset, man.
brain
Offset, my brother, you fucking dope. That was my bad. No, so yeah, Takeoff. I mean, Offset. Ah! Doink. Okay, yeah. So,
Cardi B's baby daddy, call him that.
yeah, Cardi B. Yeah, he probably likes that. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Mr. Cardi B. Okay. I feel like that's tough. Usher. I had to go with Usher, man.
Usher and 21.
21. Yeah, that's
21,
that's
21.
dope.
Okay.
That's a smoker.
And how would that song? What's the feel of that song?
There would be a flow like this on the verse. Then
Hey.
you got 21 saying something crazy. And then I'm singing my blues away. Usher's,
And then Usher got a bridge or something.
yeah,
he's coming in
doing
with the bridge.
yeah, he's like,
And just dancing in the background.
yeah, he's doing falsettos and shit. I don't
Okay,
know.
okay.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
All right. So my last, would you rather?
Okay.
Elijah featuring French Montana
Ooh.
and Brandy,
Okay. Wow.
or Boosie Badass and
Legend.
Monica.
Okay. Well, you know what?
It's Boosie, baby.
Boosie. I'll probably go with Boosie. Yeah.
Boosie and Monica?
Yeah, Boosie
Okay,
and Monica.
okay. I was surprised. I thought you might go with French Montana and Brandy.
Well, I love French, and I haven't
Mhm.
really heard much of Brandy's music, to be honest. But,
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
but
You're more of a Monica fan than Brandy?
just yeah, I feel like Monica just she had those dope vocals from like
More power.
when I was a kid. I was
Mhm.
listening to that kind of stuff through my brother. So
Mhm.
my other brother, not the one locked up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I have 3 brothers.
Okay,
So yeah,
okay.
listen to that. So yeah, no, I'd probably go with that. Boosie,
Okay.
because Boosie's dope, man.
Yeah,
He's a
Boosie's
legend.
dope. Legend in his own
Legend,
right.
man.
Louisiana legend, for
Louisiana
sure.
legend. Yeah.
For sure. And Monica.
Yeah, that would be an honor for me to be on a track with him.
Okay.
So
All right.
those
all
are my
right.
predecessors, man. They came before me. All of these people.
Mhm.
I'd be so hyped. I
Mhm.
feel like I'd be starstruck, like, damn, like Monica,
Mm.
Boosie. Grew up as a teenager. I listened to Boosie,
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
it's tight. His mixtapes.
Mhm.
Damn, man. So yeah, that's my choice.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for participating in Would You Rather game. You know what I mean? Not too hard, right? It wasn't too hard.
Thanks, Amy. I was nervous.
No, but you should be, because I have my.
Oh, now he's
shit.
He's ready. He's ready to hit you with his game real quick.
All right.
Oh, yeah, and this game, this is what we like to call School 'em. We asked you
He
three.
was like, yes. We on point.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, fail
That
me.
was 3 weeks of practicing.
I
Right?
know. Okay, my brain's like, I'm fucking.
No, but this game consists of, I'm gonna ask you 3 questions related to hip hop and the culture overall.
Okay.
And if you answer all 3, you're a valedictorian. If not, it doesn't mean nothing besides the fact you don't know shit. No. No. All right, so, are you ready to play?
Let's go. Let's do
All
this.
right.
All right.
Okay.
Turn my phone down. So, what is the name of the collective JID, Earth Gang, Black, and other artists formed?
Was this recent?
It was prior.
Prior. Wait, that Earth Gang, Jid, and oh my gosh. Shit, you got
He
me.
gave me with the hard one off the bat.
Fuck. Oh man.
Off the bat.
Jid, Earth Gang.
I will give you an option.
Okay.
Was it A,
Okay.
Save Money, B,
It doesn't-
Black Noise, C,
Definitely not
Village
Black
Village, or D, Eardrummers?
Definitely wasn't Eardrummers. It definitely wasn't
Black
Save
Noise.
Money. Wasn't
It
Save
wasn't-
Money because
wasn't
that's
Black
Big Mensa's thing. Okay. What was the other 2?
It would be B, Black Noise,
Black
or C,
Noise.
Black Noise, or C, Village Village.
I feel like it'd be like Black Noise. Am I right?
Is that your final
Is that your
answer?
final answer?
Yeah.
We're going to have to school them.
Oh man. Okay.
Off the rip,
Oh,
Black
man.
Noise. That's us in here in the
Yeah.
noise. Welcome to the hottest
welcome to
collective
Black
out of
Noise.
the Pomona
Black Noise.
IE area.
All right. I take my L. That's.
But
yeah.
the correct answer is they linked up to form Spillage Village.
Spillage Village.
Yes, that's
This was
what.
a long time ago.
Oh yeah, it was probably before they linked up. I mean,
Yeah.
it was when they linked up originally, but before they blew up.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Save Money, as you said, is Vic Mensa,
Vic Mensa's
Chance the
thing.
Rapper, Joey Perp, and Donnie Trumpet. And Eardrummers is actually Mike Will Made It.
Yeah. And then Ray Sherman. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
why I was like, I don't know.
Hey, you're 0 for 1, but you can get these next 2, man.
Okay.
And you
You
can
get these
always
next-
choose Black Noise any day.
Black
Noise,
Black Noise.
So,
I'm just getting into it. I'm a poser right now, y'all. It's all good. I'm trying to fit in.
no, show the love, show the love.
Show love, man.
Name the 3 members of Immature. Was it A,
Okay.
Batman, Robin, JB, B, Batman, Romeo, DLB, C, Batman, J-Boog, Romeo, or D, Batman, LDB, Romeo? Yeah, that was a fire-ass question.
yeah.
What I do?
I'm over here thinking myself like,
I know.
damn.
I'm like, wait a second.
Oh, yeah, I don't share the questions with Earl.
Yeah, he don't.
Yeah.
I don't know any of the questions. So I'm learning myself a
This
bit.
was wow. These are some hard ass questions. Holy shit. Okay.
Can you run through them one more time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no problem.
That's for me. He's
Question
not even
number-
asking that. He didn't even ask
I
for that.
know.
That's just for
Bro,
me.
bro's like, wait a second. Hold on.
Here we go. We'll go.
Okay.
Name the 3 members of Immature.
Mhm.
A,
Okay.
Batman, Robin, JB. B, Batman, Romeo, DLB. C, Batman, J-Boog, Romeo. Or D, Batman, LDB, Romeo. Hey, you, stop.
What?
Googling.
Oh, he's not. He's videotaping.
Oh,
he's on top of the cheaters in here.
Okay.
facts.
I want to say. I want to.
He's
I don't
gonna,
know.
was he gonna
I'm not
Google
sure.
and then like look at him and hopefully he gets the answer to the
I'm
question?
not-
He could have bounced the light from the.
It's reflected off his lens.
From the from the light of his eye, it was like
It's
looking to
reflected
my
off
eye.
his lens and it's hitting my left eye.
Oh,
so
okay,
I'm like,
okay, that's what it was.
You
I'm
feel
like,
me?
it's okay. I don't.
Everything's possible. Everything's possible.
That's super hard. I want to say B. I don't know. I just.
I'm going with B?
Yeah, I'm taking a guess. I don't know.
Is that
your final answer?
I'm about to go for that, man. It's hard.
I guess we're going to have to school him.
Damn.
No, actually,
Immature, yeah.
The 3 members of Immature were Batman, LDB, and Romeo.
That was D, right?
Yeah.
That was D?
D.
Okay.
You still a real nigga, Earl.
Yeah. I was thinking C, but then when you said J Boog, I was like, nah.
Yeah, I was saying it's not J Boog.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, this has to be D.
Was a cousin. Yeah. All right. Final question.
Shit, okay.
Drake's very first project was called A, Comeback Season, B, So Far Gone, C, Thank Me Later, or D, Room for Improvement.
Oh, that was easy. Room for Improvement. That was, yeah.
Is that your final answer?
Is that your final answer? Ding,
ding, ding.
Yeah, that was easy. Yeah.
I know. Sorry. But, yo, you're correct. His very first project was Room for Improvement.
And there was so much room for improvement.
He made it when it came Comeback Season.
Yeah.
He improved by Comeback Season and So Far Gone.
Yeah.
Hey, damn.
Which are 2 of his favorite projects are mine. I don't think he's topped those, to be honest with you.
Room for Improvement?
No, Comeback Season and So Far Gone.
Yeah.
I think those are his 2 best projects. And
Thank Me Later.
Yeah.
Those are his 3 best projects, in my opinion. I don't think he's done anything to top those.
Views was chill, but I wasn't for the pop Coat Island mix.
Yeah.
That was going. I mean, not saying I'm not down for reggae music. It just didn't feel authentic, and that type of music got to be real.
It didn't feel, it felt kind of like, what's the word? No. I don't want to like.
No, I'm not sitting on the word.
He could pull up to me. He'd be like,
in this Drake.
I know. He's like I'll be on like publications. People will see this like, Eli was on All Black. No, dissing Drake back then. Like,
don't trip. No. What do you want to say? I'm a comedian. I'll say it for you. They can't touch me.
No,
fuck you, Drake.
Oh my God.
You can't do nothing to me. Trust me. What do you want to say? Whisper in my ear.
I was gonna say.
I'll say it right now.
All right, check it out.
Views was kind of trash, motherfuckers.
Drizzy. Hey, but hold on. Oh, sorry, my bad. Comeback season. Amazing. So Far Gone. Amazing. Thank Me Later.
It was dope.
It was okay.
It was good.
It was mellow. It was mellowing out and transferring to the classic bangers we now got.
But I will say this, Drizzy. I will say this, fucking what do you call it? The opener. I liked it. Keep the Family Close, just because it was so different for a hip hop artist to really do.
Yeah,
that like Frank Sinatra type shit.
Yeah,
that was cool. But yeah, I wouldn't say. It was definitely not one of my favorites. I and you guys can agree with that. I'm sure everyone in this room.
100%.
I feel like his even Scorpion. You know what? I think Scorpion had his moments, but it wasn't like something that I felt was like. You know what I mean?
Not at
You
all.
you're just used to.
Yeah, it's got great songs. I like Nonstop. The gym.
For me, it seems as though, like for Comeback Season and So Far Gone, he found the happy medium between his singing and his rapping.
Yeah,
which was more rapping than singing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think he's slowly he's just too much singing for me. And it's not that Drake is terrible at it. It's just that I value him as a rapper. I like his rapping. I appreciate his rapping.
When he be on that gutter shit,
let's
get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, he could.
Yeah, so he for an album. Listen to an album. At least recent albums. I've grown bored or like just. Not really into it as much as I thought I would be, because he's just singing too much for me and crooning too much and I don't know. I just not really feeling the new music, the new projects. He puts out good music,
No, you can't. I can't stop singing Drake music anytime I'm on the radio.
Man, Hotline Bling is still in my still in my phone.
I will say this. I think it's because he came to get introduced to the world as a rapper. You know what I mean? Like, it's different as opposed to someone like me. Like, I was singing. I've been singing. You know what I mean? So it's like, it makes more sense for that. But I think also, too, man, he's just such a dope rapper.
Yeah.
What's that Toronto joint? Was it 6 a.m. in Toronto or something like that?
Oh, man.
Amazing song.
Flames.
The new, all his fucking, like, New York, the one in New York on, if you're reading this, what was the Calabasas one? He just got bars, man. Like, and he can still do it.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I feel like, because there was a guy, I don't know if you guys saw that, where he was talking about like Drake got more memorable lyrics than Kendrick. You know, and I feel like that's debatable. Because I was thinking
he has more catchier
lyrics.
Yeah, Drake has way more Instagram quotes under a lot of chicks' bios and stuff like that than Kendrick ever would. But Kendrick, I feel like 15 years later, we're going to remember a lot of Kendrick's music and the shit that he's saying.
They're both great in their own rights. Yeah. But Kendrick has, like, to me, more of a prolific sense of like what he says. You know, Drake is very memorable and will have stuff we'll be singing for a very long time. But I think that for Drake, you know, I think he is more in tune with tapping into something that you're just gonna remember at one point in your life. Kendrick is more about the overall moment. You know, we'll be all right. Right? You know, shout out to the homie right here. You know,
PJ gets hype with that song.
Yeah, that's
and
a great
everyone
song.
knows my man PJ fucks it up when he gets high.
There you go. But yeah, so I just feel like, yeah, man, you know, Drake, he's a legend in his own right, just like Cole, the three greats. You know, the other day I was just listening to that Black Friday freestyle Kendrick did though. Just re-listening, and it's just so amazing. And if I find out this fool did that shit in one take, my mind's gonna be blown. I'm like, how the fuck did he come up with that shit? Because that is just like, man, woo. That was a smoker on that J. Cole joint. I was like, damn, that shit
was
fire.
super fire.
So fire.
He's a different breed right there.
That was so fire.
A question I always ask someone
yes, sir.
on here on every show, you know, even though 2019 is young, semi-young. We're almost in March. It's almost game time. Motherfuckers just getting
flying.
And you know what's crazy? We've been ready for this bitch. So let's go. Yeah. But anyway, I ask every guest that comes on the show this question. What's the one thing that you have to get accomplished? Doesn't have to be music related. Before this year ends.
One thing that I want to accomplish?
Yeah.
I'd probably say it's kind of general, but I guess you could say just having like a bigger audience. I guess. Okay. Yeah, just have a bigger audience, because I feel like I want more people to witness what will happen next. You know, and for everybody joining on the ride now or when they go later, they're just like, damn, like they're excited for the projects. Because my fans who fuck with me since the beginning, they're really excited, you know, for what's coming, because they know it's like you never know what's gonna happen. You don't know what's gonna come down. You don't know what the record's gonna sound like. You don't know what's gonna be said, who's featured on it. So that, you know, just a bigger audience, just more people to connect with. Okay. You know, I'm excited for that, because I always admire seeing people like Russ or, you know, artists that really talk to their fans. I'd love to have more intimate conversations with them.
So is that your formula moving forward? How you gonna do it? Just being more interactive.
Yeah.
To grow your fan base.
More interactive and just having more quality projects. Giving the fans more stuff to grow with. You know, there's a new generation, man, and I was just I was just talking to you know, my girl about this, because her niece really likes my shit. And you know, it was an interesting thing where her nephew was like, Uncle Eli, I want you to rap more. And then her niece is like, I want you to sing more. So I'm like, okay, all right. So I'm guessing, you know, there's like a half and half on my fan base. So I just want
a double album called Scorpion.
Yeah, right. You know, I'm a Taurus, so it'd be like Bull or something. No, just kidding.
Rattlesnake.
Yeah, Rattlesnake. There you go. I know. Like Cactus Jack. No. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, like going forward, I just want to have a more of an audience to really connect with the family, so to speak. And just having more dope projects, more dope interviews like this one. I want to be back here. You know,
for sure, man. For sure,
I love this place.
For sure,
you know. And just, I don't know, just be more in tune with the culture, just learning. You know, I'm always a student, man. You know, and what's the thing, man? My homie Droopy told me this. He was like, "Man, you kind of like, you're kind of like you're like a fucking pop artist that's not culture vulturing." You know what I mean? And I was like, well, yeah, you know, I respected the culture, man. I'm not trying to steal or reappropriate it and disrespect the shit out of it. I'm around these people. I'm around people from Houston all the time. You know, like a lot of my friends are black, like, you know what I mean? From like African black. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't do none of that shit. I'm just, again, I'm just enjoying the culture. I don't know, man. I'm going into this weird tangent all the time. I always do this.
But I feel it. By the end of this year, you hope to grow your family.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh, shit.
Okay.
That shimmy right there is disgusting.
Ah, fuck.
But if you don't know what that shimmy is for.
Okay, here we go.
Can I do it, Earl? Can I do it?
Go ahead and do it.
Don't do it.
There's a smell that's starting to permeate in the room right now.
Here we go.
This is the part where we do this. Subscribe to Alt Black because my parents need to believe in my dreams.
Subscribe to the All Black channel right now so I can be a YouTube star and live my best life.
Subscribe to Alt Black because I need to prove my baby mama wrong.
Subscribe to the All Black channel right now so I can get a fully functioning hairline. Cause this shit's sad.
Subscribe to Alt Black because I'm gonna have to get a real job and I really suck in the work environment.
Subscribe to the All Black channel right now so I can buy tickets to Jill Scott's next concert, cause I'm trying to get to know what's up.